All right, this time every Sunday in our Eagles pregame show at 10:15 we go to the guy in the know, Bob.
Okay.
So let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room from Fox 29 News at 97.3 ESPN.com, Scott Grayson. What's up, Scotty?
Hey, Billy, how you doing today?
All right, we're broadcasting live. It's our last live broadcast on the boardwalk here in Ocean City, New Jersey. Scott, we're looks like we're going to escape the rain, I think, but we're ready for some Eagles football tonight.
Yeah, and to go along with the theme, hopefully it's going to be kind of a day at the beach for the Birds.
So Scott, every
should be, but that's when it scares you the most.
Scott, every game we have a deal going with Blitz's Markets. Every time the Eagles score 35 points or more, the next day you get a cheeseburger and a Coke for $3.50. Are we going to see that? We're going to be able to benefit from that this week.
Boy, I really find it hard for them not to. I mean, this defense has been hemorrhaging points in Dallas. It's unreal the way they give up scores. And, the only thing you hope is that as the Eagles were watching film all week, that while it looked easy for other teams, you just hope they don't think it's going to be that easy for them. They've got to finally put together, and the challenge in my mind is for the Eagles offense to try to put together at least 3 quarters for a change of solid play as opposed to just 1 or 2. And 4 would be, wow. I mean, that'd be great to go into the bye week that way. But, I just don't see a way the Eagles can lose this game. I think the Eagles offense, you're getting Dallas Goedert back. I think he's going to be featured in this offense today. I also believe, Jalen Reagor's going to be back. They're going to test him out and see how he looks. Let him try to stretch the field a little bit with Hightower. And all that combined, Jason Peters is back. I don't really agree with the move to put him back at left tackle. But, look, they're going to see what he can do. If he can get in and even get through 4 quarters, that would be, nice for him. But I got to believe they're going to score more than 30 points in this game. I really do. It's just a matter of, if they can punch it into the end zone and not settle for field goals.
And also, Ken and I were talking prior to you coming on about the spread. I think it's at 11.
It's just been going up and up, and I think a lot of that had to do with during the week. Yeah, well, I think during the week they were all kind of, the odds makers were waiting to see what Andy Dalton's status would be, and now that you know that it's DiNucci. Look, I mean, if there's ever a time you look to see a defense dominate or a defensive line dominate, this is the day or the night for the Eagles' defensive line to go out and try to do some things. I mean, and beyond that, if you were Jim Schwartz, you're just so excited at the turnover opportunities here to, try to create pressure, get DiNucci to make mistakes. But on the backside of that, just confuse the hell out of him. With everything you do with your linebackers and your coverage, just confuse him. This guy has not had pro experience. I got to believe you can really confuse this guy and make him turn it over. And that's just the biggest thing. I mean, the Eagles can't turn it over, and at the same token, I mean, you got to force a few against this guy for sure.
Hey, Scotty, it's Ken. A couple things. Number one, I'm cautiously optimistic about this game, but I don't share your enthusiasm about the Eagles' offense, primarily because they were dreadful for 3.5 quarters against the Giants, who don't have a great defense. Give them credit. They were able to pull out the game, and they won a close one there at the end. The other thing about Ben DiNucci is I covered JMU football for a few years, and I got to see him up close. He's a really talented kid. He's not a big guy, but he's got a really good arm, and he's smart, and he can run, and he's competitive. So if Dallas can scheme up something for him as far as pass protection is concerned, some quick passes, maybe a running game, even though they're a little bit beat up on their offensive line, I could see a situation where this could be a close game.
Well, you know what, and that's why I was a little hesitant as well, too, Ken. I've seen some of his games from JMU last year. I know DiNucci's capable. What I don't believe is that he's got a bunch of guys around him who are playing for each other, and I think that's going to be one of the big factors tonight. I think if the Eagles are smart, they get on top of Dallas early, and this team's just going to implode on itself. I've been talking about that for a couple of weeks now. There's just no fight there. There's no fight in that locker room, no belief in playing for their coach, no belief in trying to help out this young quarterback. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe you're right. Maybe they will come out and fight for him. I don't know. But you're right about the offensive line there in Dallas. It is banged up. And you look at what's going on. I mean, they're clearly selling at this point. I mean, they got rid of Everson Griffin, and they got let go of a couple of players this week on defense. all of that combined, I got to believe that this is kind of a get-right game for the Eagles offense. But every time I want to start believing in these guys, and this is where I'll agree with you too, Ken, it's really hard to buy into this team when you watch them play this year because they just have not played well, really well. I mean, ever. The best game they played was probably San Francisco, and the question is whether or not they can come out tonight and play, like I said, a solid game. I think if they let Dallas hang in there and Dallas starts thinking that they've got a shot to win this game into the second half, that's when you start really worrying because that means Danucci's done pretty well. That means they've been able to run the ball with Zeke behind that offensive line. It means the Eagles' defense has not been forcing turnovers. So, to me, the first half is really key tonight.
Yeah, keep in mind that Danucci started at Pitt and eventually filtered down to James Madison, so he is an FBS talent. And, you know, the Cowboys are getting Zach Martin today, which should be a big deal for their offensive line.
And he played behind Nate Peterman.
Is that the guy from Seinfeld?
Yeah, Pitt, no, he played behind Nate Peterman at Pitt.
Right.
And how bad was he in the pros, right?
Right.
We're talking with Scott Grayson, Fox 29 News. You catch him on Sports Sunday at Fox 29. You're going to be up late tonight, aren't you, Scotty?
Yeah, we'll be up late tonight. We'll welcome all you guys after you're done watching the game. If you want to turn over, we'll take you.
Of course, Scotty, one of the big things that we talk about each and every Sunday, it seems like it's always repetitive, but turnovers. You can't lose the turnover battle. If you do, you're not going to win the game.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with Wentz is just taking care of the ball. I mean, he has not been doing that this season, whether it's by fumbling or interceptions or both. They just haven't been doing it. On the flip side, the defense isn't exactly taking it away from the opponents like crazy either. So I think both sides of the ball are to blame on that turnover deficiency battle. You know, that's why I say, you know, I got to see them get some. Look, whether it's by fumble, strip sack, whether you get Zeke to turn it over a couple of times like he did 2 weeks ago, the defense has to find a way to give this offense a little bit of a short field every now and then, maybe even put up points themselves. The offense, meanwhile, I mean, that's what I want to see out of Carson today is two things, and I've been yelling at him about this all season. Don't hold the ball so long, and don't keep holding it trying to make a play. Against this defense, it's okay to throw it away and live to fight another down. You'll be able to move the ball. You will if you just wait for the right opportunities. And, you know, then at the same token, you know, you just can't make bad throws into double coverage, things like that. He's got to keep his head downfield, his eyes downfield, and perhaps having Jason Peters back on the left side, although I think Jordan Mailata has been doing well enough. Maybe that'll help Carson have a little more confidence in his line. But, look, the other side of that is Doug's got to run the ball, too. He's got to control this game, keep Dallas off the field, wear down this defense. I think all that's key. But the turnovers, Billy, you're right. I mean, I think that's kind of the biggest thing in my mind that I want to see. Win the turnover battle tonight, and I think you win this game.
All right, Scotty Grayson, it's that time for your pick and your score. Give us how's this game going to shake out?
Yeah, I really, I know Ken's not going to like my. I just think.
Hey, I'm wrong way more than I'm right, so go for it, my man.
Well, I've been wrong a lot, too, this year. I just think this offense has the ability, and I think they're going to have an opportunity here. They're all, there's nobody staring them down on the other side of this schedule. They have a bye. They have the opportunity to go out, focus on this game, beat your rival, basically knock them out of the division race, and go into your bye happy and excited and relaxing. I think this offense is going to put up points. I really do. I think they are going to win the turnover battle tonight. I think the Eagles win 34-13.
34-13. We got 1 point away from our burger.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Can you go 36 just so people can eat?
Grayson,
34. I want a hamburger.
I want a cheeseburger. Come on, Grayson. You're going to leave me at 34.
Guys in blitzes are going to be too happy.
If I think it won't happen. If I say that, it won't happen. You know what I mean?
All right, 34 what, Grayson?
13.
Scotty, thank you so much.
34-13.
All right, Scotty, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We'll check you out tonight on Sports Sunday on Fox 29 tonight.
All right, you got it, guys. Thanks.
All right, there's Scotty Grayson on the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports
There's
Hotline.
no way he knew that. he wasn't thinking. I don't think he was thinking about that. But you got to go to the
He's
extra
on a
two.
diet.